Right, podcast time again. I'm Dan.
I'm John.
Pete, apparently.
Right, we are.
Did you forget who you was for?
Yeah, I had a
You
slight lapse of amnesia.
Right, so Pete's Gran has given us this drink called Brewdar. It's a malt whiskey liqueur, and the tagline is "Discover the Dream." An original Scottish Highland liqueur of malt whiskey, honey, and shoes.
Shoes.
What does that say?
Souls.
They're in shoes.
Souls?
All right, souls.
Yeah,
That's the
souls.
voodoo.
Well, that's the same thing, isn't it?
Is it souls?
Slow. He's dyslexic. Don't worry reading it. Fuck me. I'll get a dyslexic guy to read it.
That's a better fucking guess than fucking shoes.
Slows.
What's
if
a
anyone
slow?
can tell us what slows are, SLOES. Slows.
If anyone knows what slows are, ring 999 Manchester, because that's probably where we'll be. Right, we're going to taste this, because it smells like...
It smells really sweet.
It smells like a newborn baby's sick.
Do you know what? Do you know what?
That's done.
This is off my deceased grandfather, and I think he might have pissed in it.
If he drank fairy liquid for his life, then pissed, then yeah.
He had a peculiar sense of humour, Grando.
Sorry, if anyone's in the market for a whiskey liqueur with honey and souls, just don't buy it. Just don't go for it.
Yeah, that is the new forfeit drink of the house.
It tastes.
I don't know.
It tastes like flowers.
We won't mention it yet, but that's along with
Strager.
Strager. We will sample Strager on another podcast. Strager is an acquired taste, let's say.
Brewdar goes to the back.
But Brewdar has now been struck off the list.
It's been demoted to the back of the bar.
I think that'll be on some sort of party list.
I'm a little bit wounded though, because when we came on with this Brewdar, I thought, oh, that's like a proper retro whiskey drink. I thought it's going to be a proper Mad Men here. There's a little drink I can have every night.
You're obsessed with Mad Men.
Because I want to change my name to Dan Draper.
Oh, do it then. I'm pretty sure it costs like a couple of quid, or not a couple of quid.
No, mate.
£2.
I want the whole reputation to go with it. I'm not that good yet.
Brewdar
I've
is
not won an award.
I
I need to
think
win an award this year.
have a bottle of Brewdar in his office.
Mate, fucking hot toddies with.
I'd rather
I
stay
think
in
you're
Scotland
the only
than
person who I know who drinks hot toddies.
I don't know.
No.
This.
Whoa,
Is it-
the
is
hot
it-
toddy. Well,
boy?
here's the story
Oh,
about
is it-
the hot toddies.
Once
Once upon a time.
If he makes me one, I'll drink one. But
I had a.
when it comes to things like whiskey and stuff like that, I'd rather, apart from an old fashioned, and again that's just a madman thing. When it comes to like good,
The thing is,
Scott-
old fashions aren't that bad, especially if you get like an original old fashioned, which is like with a twist of orange.
Oh,
in
yeah,
it, and
yeah.
You muddle it for about fucking 5 minutes because that's how.
when it comes to like proper Scotch and proper whiskey and everything, I'd rather not mix it with anything. I'd rather have it on its own
well,
and have it
that's how
properly.
it's
Single
how it's
malt,
supposed
yeah,
to
not
be.
It's like vodka. Everyone mixes vodka, but you're supposed to have that on its own. A good
Well, I
vodka
think
is
that's
nice.
the
I
thing.
tried
The thing is, you can't say you're supposed to drink vodka on its own, or you're supposed to drink whiskey on its own, because it depends what it is. If you've got like, it's like when Bean had that bottle of Bells she was like, oh, I've had this bottle of Bells since 1967 or something,
Ugh.
but it was like Bell's 8-year-old whiskey or something like that, and it was shit whiskey when it got put in the bottle. It's going to be shit whiskey when it's fucking poured out of it, because it doesn't age in the fucking bottle.
Yeah, but Bell's Munchies was top.
And it was hanging. It was horrible whiskey. But if you have a nice whiskey, like a nice Macallan or I don't know, just a nice
Glenfiddich I
Talisker, I don't know, whatever.
That Glenfiddich that I got my dad was like amazing. The red wine cask one.
Well, exactly. So it depends what context you've got it in. You can get the shit.
I couldn't imagine mixing that with it. I think I would stab someone if my dad got out and started mixing it with like.
I'll put some coke in it. But then you bang out some famous grouse, put some coke in it. No one gives a shit. So
we were talking to Donna in Malt Dog in Monton tonight, and she was saying when she opened, these people come in like, oh, so what have you got? And she'd be like, oh, well, this is a hoppy lager from the breweries of Bavaria, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, can we have some lime in it? She's like, no! Did you not hear what I just said? This is a pure lager. And she was like, nowadays it can't be arsed. Just have what you want. You pay me. But it's right though, isn't it? It's like
it's
someone
right,
walks in
though,
and went, oh, have you got this really nice...
The thing is though, you can't really... Everyone's different. Like everyone's like, oh, you drink whiskey. Well, yeah, I like whiskey. You like drinking fucking VHKs or what you fucking call them.
VHK.
What they called? Like WKD, that snide fucking...
VHK?
Yeah, the fake ones. The ones you get in B&M bargains.
Yeah,
the thing is, though, you're forgetting, John. You go out. When you started going out drinking, it was like VH something. When we started going out drinking, it was like Red Square and fucking what is it, 2020 and stuff like that. Remember 2020? Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I won't fucking touch that shit. When I first started going out, it was fucking vodka lemonade.
It was that classic. I only drank the classics, vodka and lemonade and such.
Yeah, but not fucking Alka Pops. I wouldn't touch them shit. Fucking.
Well, when I started going out, which was
about
let's say 18.
Let's say 18. 18 was in chronological. I was going to say chronological. I don't know, make any sense.
Yeah,
what year were you 18?
Never you mind.
2000
dog years. Fucking
12. We used to...
2001, I reckon you were 18.
Yeah, 2001, I was 18. we used to just go to the back alleys with a bottle of Specky K. We did, but a Specky K cider.
Is that a euphemism?
No, we used to go to the entries. We call it.
Is that a euphemism?
What did you call them? We call them entries.
Nothing, we just go and sit on the park up in fucking Monton.
The back alley.
Well, we're not as posh as you, John.
Dan likes a good session down his back alley.
No, we used to go to like there and drink your bottle of cider or your bottle of 2020 and then just generally chop around all night. It was dreadful.
I remember the first...
It was pretty dreadful, like going out drinking. I remember drinking when I was like 14, 15. And you'd all put two to get like a £5 bottle of vodka between you, and then with the highlights of the Friday night.
You used to have a cap full of vodka. Oh, I'm drunk. No, well, I'm not. You must be fucking...
Yeah, but you're drunk. You're drunk off fucking... Anytime you go to any social event, cinema, Dan's drunk. Guaranteed. Especially Batman. Weren't impressed with Batman, were we, Dan? The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight.
Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, we got drunk afterwards. It was a dreadful film and drowned my sorrows.
On to, saying that though, superhero, like, filmy stuff.
Where we go?
I read today, well, it's probably been released for a little bit, but the new X-Men film, I think we discussed it a little bit earlier. X-Men Apocalypse. Apocalypse is the baddie, but there's the new timeline, isn't there? So, what's the crack with that?
My opinion.
I really personally can't comment on it because I was like a big fan of like the X-Men series, but I've not watched many of the new films.
Have you watched X-Men Days of Future Past?
No. Like, this is I don't need to, but this is how far out.
Well, you do. The thing is, you do need to watch that. For the whole thing is, every single X-Men prior to that is sort of debunked by it because they changed the whole timeline in that film. The old things that happen in that film make at least X-Men 1 and 2, they make them totally pointless. It basically goes, boom, you never got made. So they've rebooted the whole X-Men universe. It's like the whole DC fucking reboot to it.
So it's basically just a reboot then, or?
Well, no, but in that film, they rebooted the universe because it's a whole time travel-y sort of thing. Watch it and you'll know what it is, but the new one, Apocalypse, do you know Apocalypse? You must know it. John's not up on the...
I'm not a fucking comic book geek like you.
Not a comic book geek. What do you think then, Dan? Apocalypse is a baddie.
As a baddie, obviously it's going to be quite epic, but the original X-Men series I didn't like at all because I just think it was really badly made. I think X-Men 2, where Magneto escapes from the plastic bubble prison, was the best scene ever in most films. And then X-Men First Class was good, but then this other one was just kind of like, makes no sense. There's so many flaws in it. And then at the very end where it's Ian McKellen, old Magneto, ends up getting stabbed by a piece of metal. It's like...
No, he got stabbed by a piece of plastic.
Was it plastic?
Because those, I think the whole thing was, those Sentinels were made out of some space-age polymer. Even in the 70s, it was like, they're made out of this polymer that isn't metal, purposely so Magneto couldn't manipulate him. So that's why, in the 70s, when he... The only thing I didn't understand was, Magneto goes in, and they're on those trains getting transported to everywhere, and he puts a bit of metal in them. How the fuck does that mean that he can control them? And I know it means he could probably move them because he's got an exoskeleton in him.
Well, because then they just go off and do what you want.
But they have little eyes, and he's going, do this, do that. So how does him putting metal in mean he can control their CPUs? And I mean, by the by, anyway, there were a few down.
I love Magneto, and normally most geeks like us don't really. You root for the Joker, but you don't root for him, you just like him. But Magneto is like, you know what, he's just top. To be fair, if you on the word, everyone was like, what superpower would you want? Everyone's like, I want to be like the Flash, I want to be like Superman. It's like, you know what, that's Magneto. I'd love to be like Magneto, something like that, boom. Train, stop, bus, come back.
And that's the thing. I think that's the whole thing behind Professor X as well. I mean, obviously, when he was devised back in the whenevers in the comic books and that's the whole point, I suppose, that he has this immense power, but he's disabled. So, I mean, in that film, I don't know if I liked it or not. The logic behind it probably wasn't there, but I mean, I don't know, that he has this injection where he gets his ability to water back but loses his powers. It was a bit sort of far-fetched for me, but at the same time it made sense for the whole point of the film.
Well, I think it's kind of like,
because otherwise he turns up in the 70s, he goes, right, okay.
In your spare time, Hank, who by the way in the last film was incurable at being the Beast, well, let's forget that little
well, it wasn't incurable, it just didn't work at the time, did it?
No. You've invented an injection that can cure paralysed people. But let's not share that with the world. Let's just make sure this fucking drug-addicted professor of nothing can do what the fuck he wants in this house.
Paraplegic. So that's actually a really good point, because since then, I'm guessing there are still paraplegic people.
Yeah. So there's all these paraplegic people in the world, but they will suffer because the X-Men aren't there. Right, that's a fucking... Well done, Marvel. Well done on your equal rights policy. Fucking top that.
Oh, we love the old superhero shit.
You see the one that I posted you in? Oh, like showing you today, the rebooting the Power Rangers series.
No. Joe,
did you not click on it?
Joe, this sounds really...
But
Joe, why we didn't click on it?
Is the white and gold Power Ranger really wearing a blue and green suit? There's the thing.
Oh yeah, back to the dress again.
Yeah, it was...
Oh, do you know the thing is?
Kind of look.
You were Power Rangers era though, weren't you? And do you know what? I was at that age.
When
Power Rangers came out,
Rangers.
When Power Rangers and Pokemon and shit like that came out, I was at that age where I was just like, do you know what? What the fuck is it? Absolute bollocks. However, my interest was resparked in Power Rangers recently when I saw that the pink Power Ranger could still fit in her suit. Fuck me, she is fucking amazing. Oh my Jesus Christ. Oh, get the pictures up. We'll flash a picture up maybe if we've got a YouTube. Are we on a YouTube channel? Yeah.
We are now.
Officially, probably.
Someone put a picture of the
here she is.
Pink Power Ranger. There you go.
Right, there she is.
There you go. Right. She's there. Oh, gosh, she's good.
No, I wasn't either. See, I grew up, and although I was He-Man and Turtles, but
you were.
Yeah, I'm like fucking Buddha.
Did you have like a blonde wig on?
Yeah, and massive pecs. Anyway, I did He-Man kind of phase, and then it was Turtle. But my main grown-up phase was Ghostbusters. I was a Ghostbuster. I had Ecto goggles. I had the trap. I had the Pro-On pack. It was awesome.
I used to get in so much shit because I had the.
Used to throw the cat down the stairs. Dad lived in Stapleton Street, and we used to have them tall stairs going straight up the middle of the house, and I just got the cat. I was just like, "You're slimy tonight." Boom! Down the stairs. Never caught him with the Pro-On pack, though. Never caught him.
Dan's cat.
He escaped.
His cat still lived to like 23 years old or something like that. His cat went from slimy. His cat looked like Groon out of Thundercat. He had one big fang. Just like, what's Groon doing? And he'd be there yoshing up on the side. And I was just like, oh, your cat's angry.
Oh, I miss that cat.
Oh, don't get him going now. He'll start crying.
The cat was...
But even like, I want like a massive like lover of, say, Power Rangers and stuff. I was more into sort of like...
It's cartoons from the 80s.
It kind of looks I don't really know how to describe the trailer. It kind of looks quite dark.
It wasn't dark.
No,
Power Rangers with the same story told over and over again.
Not dark, but it looks. I don't know how to even describe the trailer.
I think cartoons and stuff from the 80s way surpassed the 90s shit, but
no,
to be fair,
my
Transformers is Transformers is my favourite cartoon ever. And to be fair, it sort of is just the same episode over and over and over again to a degree, with a slightly different thing. With the bang the odd few characters in that aren't in a thing. Sorry, nearly hiccup then.
I'll tell you, my favourite sort of cartoon, and is not even from my era at all. It's Top Cat.
Top Cat is fucking. The old cartoons,
and the old ones are absolutely amazing. And
Batfink.
Have you seen Batfink?
Batfink is the best, worst cartoon ever.
But have you seen the new Top Cats? They're absolutely atrocious.
Yeah, I watched the film.
I watched about 5 seconds. Yeah, it wasn't long.
It's not even the same voice. It's not even a guy who can do his voice. It's just some random guy from New York who they've got to be Top Cat. It's just
my Saturday morning cartoons were Denver the Last Dinosaur, Captain Planet.
That was awful.
Rude Dog and the Rudes.
Have you seen that Captain Planet thing with what's he called? He was in Iron Man 2. He was shit. Iron Man 2. Who is the black guy in Iron Man 2? Not to be racist. Coloured. Black. What was I supposed to say?
Jesus Christ, do I keep digging there?
Yeah, black, Negro, I don't know. Ethnic minority. It's I can't remember his name. He's in loads of films. He's really famous.
You don't have to keep telling me how black he is. I get when you said the black guy. I get that. You don't have to keep going. There's less you can describe. The guy with the afro.
Might as well just got a colour chart out on the fight.
Our fireplace.
Anyway, let's say I know who he is.
It's gonna irritate me if I don't put a name to him though. He's in so many. Oh fuck me, that's it. I can't put a dead space in the podcast. Anyway, whatever he's called. What was my point I was trying to make? He did a Captain Planet, really shit Captain Planet video that I've only ever seen on YouTube, but it was obviously a piss take, but it was really sort of hardcore. Captain Planet just starts fucking levering everyone. Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle, that was it.
Don Cheadle.
Don Cheadle's black, everyone.
Don Cheadle is officially a black man. Just in case you didn't know before now, he was also in Oceans. All of them. What?
Oceans,
all of them. That's the last one of the series.
That is the official. In case you didn't know, it's due to be released 2016. Oceans, all of them. But anyway, I don't know. We've sort of gone off into a random sidetrack here, haven't we?
Did you? Well,
current events.
Current events. Terry Pratchett.
Oh shit! Yeah, Terry Pratchett.
One of my absolute favourite. I'd say writers, but I've never really read any of his. I've read one of his Discworld books, but the short one because I'm a bit special.
So this guy, one of your favourite writers, but you've never read any of his books except for that really short one.
But his games,
the Discworld were the books that he wrote, but they also made PC games from.
And he's had a few films out as well,
they were like some of the most humorous at the time. It's a point and click adventures that you have, like fucking hell, I'm forgetting point and click adventures now. Monkey Island and stuff that came later, like Broken Sword and this, that, and the other. But like Discworld was like this point and click adventure with this wizard based on the books.
PlayStation.
It was on the PlayStation, but it was on the PC as well. But it was actually pretty hard to play. It was the most ridiculous thing. Where the thing I like about point and click adventures at that era, where they didn't make any sense whatsoever. It'd be like put a fish in a dog's ass to make a door open, and it was that stupid. It was that fucking stupid.
But the thing
they were so funny at the same time.
They were so well written as well. Like,
but they were based on his books, weren't they? But what was the guy called? I can't remember what his name was. The wizard that had to like save the world when there was these dragons. The whole point is that he wakes up in his bedroom in his castle. That's like it's sort of like Harry Potter. It's like this version of Hogwarts.
It's nothing like
No, it's like, but it is though, isn't it? Because it's like this version of Hogwarts where it's these wizards that all live there, but they can't be asked doing anything. So they just send this like peon out to sort this dragon out, who's this guy who's the most inept wizard in the whole fucking place, and he just goes about his thing trying to get it. I mean, I've not read the book to be quite frank, but playing the computer game, that's the whole thing, and it's actually really funny just as a game. And I'd love to do it as a. I'd actually love to watch the book. I'd love to watch that book. I'd love to read the book as well. I might actually do it now that he's. It sounds really bad that I might read the book now that he's dead, but I might actually give it a read. But yeah,
Ricewind. Oh, Rincewind.
Rinswald. Is it Rinswald? We're talking to a dyslexic man. What the fuck?
Rincewind.
I thought it was Rinswald, but yeah, there we go. There you go.
But it's a bit of a shame, but like it's kind of in a way. I say this like in like the most sincere way, but like I'm kind of glad he went now because he's.
So what did he die of? Like cancer?
I don't know what he died of, but he was it was about a year ago. He was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's, so he was giving up writing anyway. And I'm kind of glad he went before he lost his ability to write and sort of create what he loved doing. But was it Facebook? No, Twitter. He released like a really good thing on Twitter, or his family did it. It was like a short story, like per minute, and it was like really good. And sort of to end it off, it was like a picture of Death and Pratchett together, which was like one of his characters, playing chess.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And and I thought that was sort of like a really fitting sort of thing.
Well, that's the thing, like when I'm in the car, I've not got. I can't be asked to change the CD or something. I generally listen to BBC Two or Classic FM, and today I was listening to Classic FM, and it was like 8:30.
How did I know that?
What?
Classic FM, that's a soundtrack.
You listen to Classic FM?
My granddad made me listen to that fucking radio station all the way to Wales one year.
I was in Classic FM, I listened to FM every morning. I was driving to it this morning, and Classic FM was on. This girl was like, "Oh right, and today we're doing all these things, and we're doing the famous numbers." And last night someone said the famous number 7 features through all the Harry Potter films, and we played the John Williams theme from Harry Potter, Hagrid's theme. And someone's emailed in today saying we should play something from a video game. So let's play the famous video game soundtrack by, I'm not even going to know what his name is, it was Takanika Takanawa. But it was fucking Zelda's theme. I was like, that'll do me. So I was listening to Zelda all the way to work. Then, when I got back in the car on the way home from work, I was on the M6 there, just like driving home, and this presenter on Class FM was going, right, it's nearly 4 o'clock, it's Friday night, let's just have some really feel-good music. And just went, dun, 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 and Star Wars came on. I was like, man, just driving all the way on to Star Wars. Classic FM rocks.
Classic FM rocks. If that was actually their slogan, the people would probably listen to it.
The thing is, though, I've
all the way home listening to Star Wars.
Since I broke my radio, I say radio, my auxiliary cable, I've actually started listening to Radio 2.
I listen to radio all the time.
The thing is, though,
this is how people get into it. I broke my normal radio, so I had to listen.
I don't
to
really listen to chart music anyway.
No, you don't.
Well,
Mate, if anyone listens to chart,
then what you next to go to your channel, Rock FM, which is pretty gash.
Real XS.
There's Real XS and there's Rock Radio.
Well, Rock Radio used to be a rock station, and then they were like, oh, well, actually, did that many people listen to this? But let's just put some fucking Ja Rule on in the middle of the day. And the DJs, that's the word, isn't it? DJs went in this rock radio, and they were like, oh yeah, well, we're just gonna put some music on it in rock because other people might listen to us then. Well, let's put some in my glass.
Come on, splashy.
Yeah.
The fucking lid's on, John. What am I supposed to do with that?
Take it off. You lazy bastard.
What Real Access got born because all the DJs fucking revolted and made their own radio station that actually plays rock music, and it fucks me off because Not the moving, the whole point of why they had to move, because you have these stations that are so-called rock stations.
The only thing that
Radio 2 is good because it's Radio 2, that's what it's there for, but you have these other...
The only thing that I don't like about Radio 2 is how chatter it can be sometimes.
Isn't Terry Wogan on Radio 2 or is he on Radio 4?
Well, that's the thing, the BBC still go on that, we don't have adverts. It's like, yeah, but you talk all the fucking time. But every other radio station has like...
The one thing that I do like every now and then, I think he only does like one day a week, is Huey Morgan.
Terry Wogan is
Huey Morgan.
Terry Wogan's a legend, mate. Fuck Huey Morgan.
No,
Huey Morgan. Terry Wogan is a legend. Even though he's not on Radio 2, he's like on Radio 4. He got the most complaints ever on TV because he was doing Points of View, which is a programme about people complaining about TV. He got complained about for being on that programme with a pair of cords that were too tight so you could see his fucking sausage in his leg. And the thing is, they put it on TV and you could see his length down his fucking leg. And it was funny as fuck. And I thought, that is the most funny thing ever. A programme specifically about old people. Or random people, not just old people, even though they do.
The thing is, though,
mainly old people. People complaining about stuff on TV, and that programme gets complained about because Terry Wogan's got a fucking length. And it's just like, fair due to Terry Wogan. I give him credit for that.
But the thing, Radio 2 does play a lot more variety of music. And
I love it.
I love it. Like, now, like, it's weird. I would never thought I would have ever listened to Radio 2.
BBC Radio 2.
But I, in never a million years, would have thought, say my like 18-year-old self would never have listened to Radio 2.
John's 18-year-old self.
Well, just before we end the programme, did we finish all them questions you were going to ask?
No, we didn't from the last one. We'll do a few more of these. From the last podcast, very successful podcast. Apparently, four people listened to it. 3 of them were us, and apparently there was a dog. There was a dog in earshot somewhere or something like that. Wait a minute. Apparently, I've got this.
No Jews.
No Jews. They don't like.
We weren't racist.
They don't
we were pro-Jew in the last one.
Apparently, Jews don't like normal temperature red wine.
I don't think. No.
How long have we got? Oh, here we go. Questions. Oh, I like this one. Well, I don't, because it's basically just my life now. So, these are the would you rather questions, by the way. We'll do a few of these on the old podcasts every now and again. Would you rather see nothing but your friends' engagement photos on your timeline forever? This is Facebook then. I know you're not on Facebook, but let's
I'm going to say no
pretend
to that anyway.
Or read the political opinions from people you went to high school with forever.
Engagement photos.
Well,
do you know what? I'm on Facebook, and that is Facebook. It's both of them. So unless I delete myself on Facebook, I'm by default fucking done.
I win.
But anyway, let's go to the next one because Danny wins apparently.
No, I'm all for people getting engaged and everything, but there's people who...
How dare you have political opinion?
No, hey mate, fucking hell, come on, I'm the next Alistair Campbell if I can be. There's people in the world though, it's literally like, they'll take a selfie with the placebo card still intact, just had a baby.
The placebo card? Placenta? The placenta.
Umbilical.
A friend indeed, a friend indeed. A little baby coming off there.
Yeah, good job, Mr.
There's the placebo card. No, the world famous placebo card.
Go on to your next fucking question.
Oh, yeah, after the placebo card is severed, we move on to the next question. And do you know what? Do you know why we don't move on to the next question? Because my phone just ran out of battery.
And we have run out of time.
And we've run out of time because we've not. We've got like a minute and a half left.
Fucking
filler. We need to do filler now because you just said we've run out of time.
Well, if Trav was there, we could have his improv outro.
Improv outro. That's even better than improv intro, isn't it? Fucking hell. Why is Trav? We are blaming this gap on our friend Christopher Travis.
Where
does he live? He lives at a house that isn't our house. He lives with us. Where does his girlfriend live? We'll give you an address for Chris Travis. You want to send hate mail to hate mail to Christopher Travis at. But yeah.
P.O. Box.
We're just all looking tentatively at it's a 12, 13, 14. We've only got like 40 seconds left.
You don't have to be bang on 30 minutes, do we?
Yeah,
you have to stop it bang.
I was joking.
Just cut it off.
I was joking.
I'm just going to cut you off now.
No! Don't cut us off. I think we should. I'm going to watch a Yahtzee video this week and do a review on a review.
A review on a review?
Review of Yahtzee's review. Ben Yahtzee Croshaw, the man who does all the computer game reviews, it was actually quite funny. He's English, of course, but lives in Australia, turncoat bastard. Yeah, we've got a finger left. So, it's apparently goodbye. Goodbye. Danny's